Hey, we good here? Good. I'm getting back to work.
What's good, Two Shoes, y'all? We right back with another one. The LA Clippers versus the Phoenix Suns, Game 5. Yes, the series has made it to Game 5. Before we get into that, though, I do want to let y'all know about TubeBuddy. We've been partnering with them. There's a link right below this, affiliate link right below. Trust me, you want to click that, get 30% off and install. They're going to help you with your growth of your YouTube from subscribers, from views, from watch time hours, everything. Trust me, great breakdown, great analytics, great everything. You want to get that 30% off install. Without further ado, though, we're going to go ahead and go straight into this game. LA Clippers, Phoenix Suns, Game 5. I think before this game, I was talking trash about Paul George, and
He showed up.
he showed up in this game.
Oh, I
He
was
did
talking to
not
you
stay.
about this last night. The camera angle they started the game out with was so ugly.
I didn't mind it personally. It was more action.
No, that's another thing that won in this game for the Clippers. The Suns kept turning the ball over, and the Clippers were playing amazing defense the whole night.
Yeah.
That's why the game was so out of hand.
The Clippers came out on fire, man. Morris showed out at the beginning of this game. Showed out at the beginning of this game, man.
Bridges, he steps into a three-pointer and knocks that one down back to back.
I'll tell you one thing.
What?
I think they said Reggie Jackson's up. Reggie Jackson's gonna get paid again. Well, maybe not again, but he's a solid backup for any team. Or starter, to be honest with you. Honestly, Reggie Jackson's a solid starter for any team.
At this
He
point in his
score.
career, he's definitely a starter.
Yeah.
Cousins in and throws it down. Nice setup from Reggie. Popping out, catching, and just flipping it back. Being very unselfish.
I like him with this team, though.
And Johnson connects on a three. Morris
Yeah, Johnson has some big shots for Phoenix as well, though.
high off the glass, banks it in.
As the quarter went on, Devin Booker is starting to heat up. How do you make sure that doesn't turn into a full-scale fire
Pretty
by the
deep.
end of this
It's
game?
a battle, man.
Bro,
Also,
tell me
DeMarcus
DeMarcus
Cousins.
Cousins.
I wish he was starting in this series at this point. Even like Zubac didn't play last night. I think it was coach's decision or knee soreness or something. Uh, but I think DeMarcus Cousins didn't start. I think that's just a solid piece off the bench. I think 15 points in 11 minutes. That's what he ended with.
You know what I think DeMarcus Cousins is?
He's still DeMarcus Cousins. What's that?
Ooh, your mic's up. But I think DeMarcus Cousins. I think he's just a really big guard.
I mean, yeah, I can see that, but he has better post moves than any guard. So so there you go.
But when
Like
I
I
say
said,
that,
bro.
he has a handle that's better than any center out there.
I say this all the time, bro. I think it was the year Golden State got the first championship. He was
2015.
with the Pelicans.
Mhm.
He was with the Pelicans, and that was my team to win it all. If not come out the West.
Morris falling away, knocks down another.
Word.
AD, DeMarcus Cousins, Rondo, and I think Drew Holiday was there as well.
Wasn't that when Rondo was in like the dysfunctional point in his career where he like didn't want to be nowhere? Or was that just only with the Mavericks?
Anyone who gets that opportunity.
Nah, that was he just wanted. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Paul George gets inside.
I have no clue.
You don't remember that when he just didn't want to be?
He did travel. Yeah,
Marcus Morris.
he just traveled to a lot of teams. I don't even know if he wanted to be anywhere.
I know
Went
for
to Sacramento
sure.
at one point, I think.
Hold on,
Fakes, fires, three-pointer. Bang!
that was a hell of a shot.
He missed a three right before that. And he, bro,
Side scoop layup, shot is good. Gets the bounce. As Terrence Mann
I think right before he made that shot, he missed it, and I was like, oh, he's not really Kobe.
Oh yeah,
And
you
then
did say
he's
some
like,
shit
I was
like that.
like, oh, yeah, he might be Kobe.
Bridges on the phone.
Right after that.
What he did to start the game. I think right now the answer is no. George squeezes inside. Booker drives inside.
He's not Kobe, but he's gonna go down as a great too. There's no question.
Ball dashes inside. Foul line jumper. Got it.
It's you know what I look at it like? I look at it like as you know, like people have family trees. It's like a tree of greatness. And you, Jordan, what came out of Jordan? Your Kobe Bryant's. What came from Kobe? Your Jason Tatum's and Devin Booker's. But where did Jordan come
I'm
from?
saying,
The Dr.
hold on,
J's.
pause it right here. Pause it right here. That conversation real quick. You are 100% right. Everybody starts with an original archetype, and you sharpen your game off of that person's skill, and well, you sharpen your game off your own skill, but you apply what people have laid down the foundation before you. For example, Michael's mid range was unstoppable. Everything that Michael did, Kobe did. Like in the sense, it was to me, Kobe was a better difficult shot maker. In the sense that he could have a hand in his face and he could just he made those shots. I feel like those are the most memorable plays for Kobe, when a hand is in his face and he still can look past the hand to the rim, make the shot. Like I feel like those are the most memorable plays by Kobe. That being said, though, now you got the Devin Bookers and Jason Tatums. Not saying that they're Kobe, they're just the next foundation. Like the foundation that Kobe laid, that's just where they're standing on.
And the
They're
sharpening,
standing on
the
it.
sharpening of the skills is what makes them
Yeah.
out to be their own players.
Yeah, exactly. Because as the game goes on, we'll start to see like, oh well, Jason Tatum is by far, in my opinion, he's probably a better 3-point shooter than Kobe. Or he's just bigger, or maybe he's just bigger. I feel like he's just bigger.
There's a lot of
don't
aspects to him that makes him his own player.
Yeah,
But
they're just
down
their
the-
own players. Same thing with Devin Booker though. It's
But
just-
down the line, like
Devin-
5 years from now, we're going to start
Yeah.
comparing those kids to the Devin Bookers and Jason Tatum's as like archetypes when they're coming to the league too. It's just a cycle. We always do that.
we always gonna compare. Same thing with Zion. We haven't seen nothing like Zion, but it didn't stop people from comparing him to Charles Barkley.
Yeah. But now we
It's just
see
that's
now
how
that
it
we
is.
and now that we see him in the NBA, oh, Zion's
Like-
his own entity. He's his
Exactly.
own thing. We never seen nothing like this before. And that's
Same
what's
thing
going to
with
make him
Trae Young.
special.
Same thing with Trae Young. I said the same thing. I was like, people keep on comparing him to Steph. I don't think he's Steph. I think he's more James Harden than Steph. So he has his own game. That's my own opinion, though. Like,
Yeah.
actually, I would say because he doesn't get to the line as much as James Harden. So he's his own player.
His is pretty high though. Trae Young?
Yeah. But come
He
on,
gets to the line a lot.
James is James Harden. Oh, like,
Yes, James Harden's like expectant. Bro, there was a chart. I'm gonna start the thing again. But there was a chart, like a graph chart, that showed like how many fouls James Harden was getting compared to like the rest of the league. He was so far by himself in the middle of nowhere. It was ridiculous.
hold on.
I wish I could find it real quick, but
Wait, you gotta go back because that foul was actually very pivotal.
ooh,
Yeah, that's why I need you to go back. I don't. It wasn't intentional.
he landed on his foot.
It wasn't intentional, and he definitely was. I don't think that was a flop. I don't think anybody's gonna question if that was a flop.
He
Bothered
undercut
me
him,
was it was-
and he landed on his lower back landed on his foot.
What
That was
bothered
bad.
me was
That was bad.
I think it was yeah. I mean,
That's a short.
oh my goodness. Yeah, bro. He hit a couple of big shots. What bothered me about that foul is that they actually looked at that, but they didn't look at the Paul George getting smacked like on the inbound, like probably a couple minutes later, like a couple minutes after this.
I have a question for you real quick.
What's up? Marcus
Um,
Cousins is a great passer.
Is Paul George better than Devin Booker just because he plays defense?
Don't like comparing these things.
They're players from the same era.
Yeah. I think Devin Booker plays defense. It's just he's not as big as Paul George, so he just can't. He's not as effective as Paul George.
But to my question again, does that make him a better player than Devin Booker? Because I think we both agree that Devin Booker is probably a better offensive player. But by how much, really? Because I think that's when you start, what do you call it? Nitpicking.
Yeah, but these are reasons why I don't make. I'm not a GM. If I had to choose between these two players, that's just a hard choice. I'll probably choose Devin Booker.
Imagine that decision. Now imagine trying to judge a 19-year-old kid how good he's gonna be at basketball for the next 15 years.
Can't do it. Reggie Jackson. Paul George had 20 in the third quarter, and Reggie Jackson went crazy in the fourth.
I really thought he was about to hurt himself right there, bro. And when he came down, I was like, oh my god, that was mad scary.
Wait, who?
This game was kind of out of him by this point.
Who are you talking about?
Reggie Jackson, after he dunked the ball a couple plays ago, he like slipped.
Oh.
I thought he was about to hurt himself.
Oh, yeah.
So what's this stat? 20 points in each of the first 18 games in playoff history.
All previously reached the finals. I think that's what that's going to tell you. He's going to reach the finals, man.
Yeah.
Each of his first 18 games. LeBron's not. I can see LeBron not being in this category, actually. Well, actually. Oh, wait, hold up. Time out. This is per year.
Is it?
So, yeah, I am surprised that LeBron's not in this.
So you tell me LeBron didn't score 20 plus points in 18 straight games of the playoffs?
Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Are you surprised by this? So I'm about to end this right here because the game's basically
I think
over.
I am. I'm not 100% sure if I'm surprised at all. I'm not sure. I'm not, like, LeBron is such a facilitator that you start to ask yourself, what year would he have done that besides?
That's what I'm thinking.
Cleveland.
What year do you want to look up real
Cleveland.
quick? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I'm thinking the year that he didn't have Kawhi or Kevin Love.
Kyrie? So that's like what, 2015?
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know, man. I really can't remember. In the first 18 games.
I'm probably just going to skip most of this. But game logs, career playoffs. Let's see. 2015. So 20, 30, 31, 27, 19. So he had 19 in the Eastern Conference semis.
Okay.
But that's the only time that's happened. That whole playoff run.
Can't judge it, man. They know their stats, man. That's what they get paid for, right?
That's crazy, right? But he was literally a point away from being that. Oh, he had 15 in this game too.
I'm just so confused by that stat. Like, how is not Shaq? How is Shaq not on that list? How is Olajuwon not on that list?
It's probably one game they had 19 points.
There's bro. These people, they're too great. They're just too great.
You got to think, Darren. That's 18 straight playoff games from the first playoff game until 18 of them that you have to have 20 points.
I believe KD can do it. I know
Well, we saw
Michael.
KD did it twice.
Kobe makes sense.
Once. Michael did it 3 times, but that's Michael.
I don't know, man. I feel like
I
somebody else
bet Michael won all 3 championships that year. Won those championships
Well,
too.
if this is the case, Paul George might cement his legacy if he gets a ring without Kawhi.
Darren, if he gets to
Kawhi
the finals
comes back-
without Kawhi, he submitted his legacy.
Yeah, that's true.
If this nigga gets a ring without Kawhi, whoa, Paul George. Is he Paul George the best player in the league? Conversation.
How are they not going? They have to win a championship next year when Kawhi comes back healthy. I don't know.
You got anything else? Oh, we gotta look at the stats.
Yeah, real quick, the stats.
Way better shooting night for Clippers.
Everybody. Terrence Mann's the only person who didn't have the greatest shooting night. Right?
Which is cool because he only took 2 shots and he was guarding Chris Paul.
But George.
DeMarcus Cousins got way more minutes. I like that. 7 for 12. He was aggressive too. I love it.
I don't think he got more minutes. I think that's around the same minutes he usually got.
Really? 11?
I
I feel like he
around
was
it.
barely playing them.
I feel like he was more aggressive. Batum. Yeah, Kennard. The bench still got to show up. Because you're asking the starters to do a lot.
Oh, this whole Devin Booker and CP3 not shooting well thing, they're gonna lose every single game. That both of them don't shoot well. That's because it's a joke at this point.
0 for 6 from 3. Good Lord.
It's a joke at this point. They both can't shoot
0
bad,
for 3.
especially if you're taking all the shots.
I think that's kind of crazy. They were in the game. It was to the fourth quarter. Then the fourth quarter, they just.
No, Darren, they pulled away in the third quarter. 36-26, 26-23. That's a 7-point game. And then that's like what, 17 points? They were up 17 at the end of the third.
Nah.
Do the math. That's a 10-point game. That's a 3-point game. So that's 7. That means they're up 7. Then they ended up. Oh, I did the math wrong. Yeah, you're right. I did the math wrong. They're up 13.
It's still a good amount, but
It's still a good amount of points. I'm gonna cut that out. Me doing the math wrong.
Nah, keep that. We got a whole podcast named after how I did the math wrong. You gotta keep your math mistake in there too. Anyway, but yeah, this team they got a battle on their hands. Clippers ain't going away. They're just not going away like easily. They're just not. What do
They're
you
feisty.
do? Like, what do you do at that point?
Keep making adjustments.
Going back.
Devin
to
Booker, I'm telling you this right now. I'm calling it right now. I got Devin Booker going for 40 in a game 6-1. Thank you once again, y'all, for watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. Also, make sure you check us out on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also find us on TikTok at Inspired by Ambition. And lastly, we do sell t-shirts and hoodies on inspiredbyambitionpro.com. That's inspiredbyambitionpro.com if you want to go check that out. Thank you guys once again for watching the videos and supporting us. Peace.
Peace. Y'all stay up.
From small to triple XL, all inspired by ambition gear at Inspired